Hi friends, I hope you are all doing good. Today I'm going to show you one of the exam routes for the practical exam. So it starts with Exam Centrum in Geel, and then we go to the Centrum, the Geel Centrum, and then we come back. So I will use Google Maps for the same, and meanwhile on the way I will also show you what to pay attention to and how to complete this exam route. So I hope this will be helpful, and let's get started. So here I have searched for Exam Centrum. Let me adjust the window here a little bit. Okay, so here we are at the Exam Centrum. So let me go to the street view, and I think let me quickly go to the street view here. All right, so basically this is the exam centrum, and from here you will start the exam. So as you can see, this way here you cannot enter. Even while coming back, you have to pay attention. So here you start your exam, you come out from here, and then you see there is a bicycle lane. Pay attention to this. You have to give priority to the bicycles that are riding here. And then once you cross, also you have to, because you are exiting the parking, you have to give priority to all the vehicles that are already on the road. So usually you will turn right here and you will continue to ride on this road. And when you drive on this road, the speed is 70 kilometers per hour because it is still outside built up area. So as you continue, you can, at this junction here, let me zoom in, and then you can see that you are on the road which doesn't have priority. So as you go a little further here at this junction, you should see shark teeth, but it's not there on the road, but you can see this shark teeth triangle, inverted triangle, which tells you that you must give priority to all the traffic that is on this road, which means the traffic that's coming from here and the traffic that goes here, right? So that's a priority. Those vehicles have priority at this junction. So the vehicles from this road as well as from this road, let me go a little further. Maybe if I just zoom in, you can see from this road there are shark teeth, right? And you don't have shark teeth, but then the triangle says that you must also give priority. Okay, so maybe if you are a little further and you see this car is coming, and maybe it's better to give priority to this car before you drive, before you make a turn, before you turn right here. So you will just you will just take the route that the truck is now taking. So let's move on. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, as you come here, you have a bicycle crossing. Remember, at a bicycle crossing, you don't have to give priority. If I zoom in a little bit, I can see the shark teeth here, right? Which means the bicycles must give priority. So how do you identify the bicycle crossing? You can look at the square markings. These are square markings. So this indicates a bicycle crossing, and there the bicycles must give priority. So always pay attention. If the bicycle is already on the road, just let it pass. But otherwise, you don't have, if a bicycle has already stopped, you should not stop and let the bicycle pass because the bicycles don't have priority. Let's continue. And here again, you still maintain 70 kilometers per hour speed. So as you continue, you will reach a junction where you have the traffic lights. So here, as you can see, there is a continuous solid line. Please pay attention. Things might have changed a little bit. Okay, so don't just blindly do the exam, but then pay attention to the current situation of the road. So you must never cross a continuous line. So as I see, go a little further. Let me go back a little bit, and now there is the light is turning orange. So if you are driving, you must try to, you must prepare yourself to stop. And then let me zoom in a little bit. So when the light turns green, you will have to take a right here. Okay, and then when you're taking a right, as you can see, when you're taking a right, let me go a little bit further and I'll show you. Okay, now let me zoom in a little bit. So you will turn right like the cars are turning here, but when the light is green, the bicycles will also have green light. So the bicycles will be crossing here, so you have to give them priority before you continue riding on this road. All right, so let's continue thinking that you now have green, but now you have orange, so you must wait. If you can, you must wait. Otherwise, if you cannot, you can continue to cross the orange light. All right, so let's proceed. And then we are now on this road N13, and then we continue to ride. Let me go back a little bit and I will show you the speed here. It is mentioned as 70 kilometers. As you can see here, the speed on this road is 70 kilometers, right? So let's continue on this road. So it's also the Herenthalsweg. So basically the you just continue on this road, and yeah, let me quickly go to the next junction. Okay. All right, so as you continue, you can also see that there is a road here from the left. Just pay attention. Sometimes the vehicles turn here, right? So you have to be a little careful, but you don't have to give priority to those vehicles because you are on a priority road, and then you can continue driving on this road. Okay, so so you continue with the 70 kilometers per hour speed. Okay, now we are at a junction. It's even before Punt. Okay, so here the inspector, as you can see, there is a board here. If I'll drive a little further ahead, right side is Diest and Aarschot, on the left is Turnhout, Mol and Geel, but then the inspector might just tell you to take this left here. Okay, so this is, let me zoom in a little bit, and then let me stay here. So this road is Vogelsang, and if I zoom in, this is a one-way street. As I said, things might have changed a little bit, so pay attention to the road. So it's a one-way street. It's even zone 30, right? So pay attention. So you are now entering the built-up area called Punt. Okay. So now before you enter, because you are now, let me go back a little bit and explain you. So when you want to turn left here, when you want to turn left, basically you must give priority to the oncoming vehicles. So all the vehicles on this road get priority, and also pay attention to the bicycles. So you must also give priority to the bicycles or even the pedestrians who are crossing the road here. So then, because you are doing a left turn, it's a maneuver. You remember, when you're doing a maneuver, you must always give priority. Okay. So once the junction is free from the vehicles as well as pedestrians and bicycles, you can make a left turn. Remember, you have to turn on your indicator and all those basic things that are critical. So you turn left here, and then once you are on this Vogelsang, you continue with the speed of 30 kilometers per hour, because it's zone 30. So again, there is a road hump here. This indicates a road hump. So here again, on the road hump, you continue with a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, always on a road hump, drive at 30 kilometers per hour. So here you cross the road hump, but you are still within zone 30. So continue with the same speed. So as you see, the zone 30 ends here. So beyond this zone 30, you can continue driving at 50 kilometers per hour. And then once you reach a point here, the inspector might ask you to make a left turn here. Even if it doesn't, if there is no entry on this street, usually there is no entry. I think that's the latest. That's the latest how it is. So you cannot drive straight ahead. You must take a left here. So even if the inspector doesn't say anything, you must make a left turn here if there is no entry. If there is no entry, like now in this situation, if he doesn't say anything, you can just continue driving straight. But usually they ask you to make a left turn here. So again, the left turn things, pay attention to the oncoming traffic and look into your rear mirrors and then make a safe left turn. Okay. By this time, you're already driving at, let's say, even 50 kilometers per hour because you are still in the built-up area. So you continue driving at that speed until you see the end of built-up area, which is here, and from here you can continue driving at 70 kilometers per hour. And then you must turn right here because usually on the left there is a no entry board usually there is a no entry board. Otherwise, even the instructor will say, or the inspector will ask you to turn right here. So you are still driving at 70 kilometers per hour and just continue driving. Okay, now you are reaching a point where the inspector will sit quietly. He will not say you anything, and then you have to make a decision. Do you go straight or do you take a left turn? Or do you go left? So the thing is, you should never go straight because that's a no entry. It's only allowed for the local traffic, so you should never go straight. The moment you go straight, your exam ends and you will fail the exam. So what you have to do is just follow the left here. Okay, just follow the left and take a left here and continue driving straight ahead. You are still outside built-up area, so you continue with the speed of 70 kilometers per hour. And now you are reaching another junction, and again you must give priority because of the shark teeth here on the road and the inverted triangle. So here again you have to give priority to the vehicles. You are required to turn right here, and that's what the inspector will ask you to do. So when you are turning right, pay attention and make a right turn with all your indicators and making for looking at the mirrors, side mirrors, looking over the shoulder when you are turning right. So you have to pay attention to all those things, and you still continue driving at 70 kilometers per hour. But pay attention, sometimes the vehicles might be there, there might be people who might be walking, so pay attention. You can overtake them, uh, but you have to cross them or those people, but you have to give a lateral space of, let's say, 1.5 meters because you are still outside built-up area, right? So now if you continue driving on this road still at 70 kilometers per hour, and you will reach this another junction where the vehicles from the left must give priority. Okay, so continue driving at still 70 kilometers per hour. You might come across some junctions where you have priority, like in this case, the road from the right here doesn't have priority. So you can see very lightly even they have shark teeth. So you have priority on this at this junction as indicated by the thick line. So you just continue driving still 70 kilometers per hour, and you can also expect some vehicles to be parked on the road, so pay attention to that because parking is allowed here. It's outside built up area, there are no lanes, so you can expect the vehicles to be just parked on the road. So be careful with that and cross them very carefully. So here there's another junction where you at this junction you again have priority. There might be bicycles crossing, but you have to pay attention. But you don't have to give them priority to the bicycles also. It's just an indication that the bicycles might be crossing. Even they will have a shark teeth. So as you can see here, the vehicles coming or the bicycles coming from here have of this shark teeth here. So you just continue driving, and then here, as you can see, this is a continuous white line. So you must never cross this white line, right? Let's say there are bicycles which are riding very slowly on this road. You must drive behind them. You must never cross them, okay? Because crossing a solid white line is a major offense, huh? So don't do that. And it's still 70 kilometers per hour, but then things like here in this case again it's a little bit of it's a still a continuous solid line. So you might want to drive a little slower because the road turns a lot, right? So maybe 60 even, that would be, but here you can see there is no overtaking allowed here. You must not even cross bicycles. Again, from here you continue driving at 70 kilometers per hour. So a little further you will find the Geel ring, the ring road. So here you must give priority. You can at this point, let me zoom in a little bit. At this point you can expect the bicycles to be riding both ways. So pay attention from the left as well as right. You might see bicycles coming. And then here is the obligatory board which tells you that you must mandatorily turn right. Okay, so you first watch out for the bicycles. If there are no bicycles, you drive a little bit further and you stop here. And then because usually this road is with a lot of vehicles, it's a ring road, so pay attention, and you can enter the road only when it is empty. Okay, only when the road is empty, when the junction is empty, when it is safe, you make a right turn here. Again, you know you must make a right turn. You cannot turn left here. The moment you try to turn left, your exam ends. It's very dangerous, so don't do that. So turn right, and once you turn right, you again maintain your 70 kilometers per hour speed. Always drive on the right lane here. Don't don't just go to the left lane. Continue, because you must always drive on the right lane unless you are within a built-up area. But then this is still outside built-up area, so you continue driving on the right lane. So you are still driving on the ring, and then as you can see here, the vehicles that want to turn right, they can take the right lane. The other vehicles must follow these two lanes. So you continue driving on these, at least here you continue on this lane. But then as you are closing to the traffic light, you are required to turn left or make a U-turn. I think it's mostly U-turn because that's the road that goes to the Centrum. So it's better that you already switch to the leftmost lane here. Switch to this lane. Stop your car here, like how this car is stopped. Okay, for when the light is red, it's still green, but okay, for the red light, you must stop your car here. And once the but when you are entering a roundabout, you are allowed to choose the lane, so you can also stop here. There is no harm in that. It's not an offense if you stop here, but if you stop here, it becomes very difficult for you to make a U-turn. So better to stop in this lane if you want to make a U-turn or take a left turn. Okay, so then when the light turns green, you can just drive in. So how do you drive in? When you are on this lane, you just continue drive till the end here. Okay. If you're on this lane, you just take the first lane here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. So if you're on this right lane, you take this outside lane. Okay. If you're on the left lane, you go till the inside and you drive on the inside lane. Okay, so let me zoom out. So let's say we are on the inside lane, we take this here and we continued. Sorry, I cannot show you that, but see this truck, it's driving in the inside lane. So you do that. Now you are still driving in the inside lane, but then watch out for these signals. Let me go back a little bit. In Geel, it's basically you have signals also inside the roundabout. So now it is red, so you are prohibited to cross the line here, okay? Which means that the vehicles here will probably start coming into the ring, okay? So watch out, it's very critical. There are signals, so some people also miss these signals and they fail the exam. So don't do that. There are also signals on the ring, okay? And you, when the signal turns green, you just continue on the ring and you must take the fourth exit, okay? So this is the third exit, you don't take that, but you take the fourth exit, and that's the U-turn we made, right? So let me go back a little bit here. So we were here, let me zoom in a little bit. So we were here, right? And I had said that you keep your vehicle on the left lane. So you entered and you made a U-turn, you paid attention to the traffic lights, and you are still in this lane, right? The inside lane. So how do you exit? You switch on your indicators and you exit in the left lane, okay? So let me zoom. So, okay, maybe a little bit. So the truck is on the outside lane of the roundabout. So it goes and exits in the first lane, in the first lane. However, a car which is on the inside lane will exit on the left lane. Okay, okay. The truck just keeps driving easily. Take the right lane, and the inside lane takes the left lane. Okay. Usually, when the bicycles will have a red traffic light, so you can easily you must not give priority in that case. You must take the exit and continue driving. So you might find some vehicles also stopped here next to the continuous line here. This is the imaginary uh, edge of the road. So vehicles are allowed to park outside the imaginary edge, outside built-up area. Now you continue driving. Here again, the speed is 70 kilometers per hour. We might have missed the board, but it's 70 kilometers per hour. So now you continue driving at this junction. Now you have to go to the Centrum, right? So if I zoom in, you can see the Centrum is to the right. So you should already take this lane. The car is coming here. You must already take this lane. Let me go here a little bit. Maybe zoom in a little bit. See, this car has switched on its right indicator. So you do the same. Switch on your right indicator and enter this lane. Okay. So you continue with this lane. And then let me zoom in here a little bit. So here is a bicycle crossing, but as we discussed, where there is a bicycle crossing, bicycles don't have priority. So the bicycles will also have a shark teeth here. Okay, so the bicycle, if it is already on the road, just give it place to let it cross the road. Otherwise, you don't have to stop for a bicycle that is already stopped. Okay, so if a bicycle has already stopped or it's come in somewhere here, just carefully you can continue to drive. Okay, and then there is shark teeth for here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. As you can see, there is an inverted triangle, and there are these shark teeth. So you come here and then you wait and give priority. So this is very critical junction, because sometimes you might think, okay, the road is safe and you can just drive in, but what happens is, when you are trying to cross here, usually this turns green, okay, and then the vehicles, they come very fast here, zoom. So you have to be very, very careful, and then sometimes this turns green here and the vehicles just drive straight ahead. So pay attention and then cross very safely here. Okay, so I think there is still half of the route or even more, so that I would like to stop here and I would like to hear your feedback. If you find this useful, let me know, and then should I continue and complete this video for this route? And if you also have requests to show other routes, let me know. I'll also try to cover those routes. And if you, I can also speak Hindi and Urdu, and if you're interested in that, I can also make videos in that language. All right, so thank you so much, and let me know, and then if I get good responses, then I will continue and complete this video and show you a little bit about maneuvers and how do you return, how do you do this when you use a GPS. All right, thank you everyone. Bye bye.